Today, I'm going to share with you the top 5 changes that I've experienced since quitting my birth control. Here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am April, and if you've been around for some time, you know that I talk a lot about skin flushing. I started this journey a few weeks ago on why is my neck flushing. It's been doing it for a couple of years, if not longer. I just always thought that it was normal and it was just something that came over time. I questioned it a couple times with doctors, with my functional neurologist, and they're just like, it just is what it is, don't worry about it. I had a physician tell me that it was adult ADHD, and so I just dealt with it. I tend to do that a lot. I tend to just go, it just is what it is. Just deal with it. Until recently, when I realized that I always feel incredibly fatigued and maybe it's not normal. So the first thing I did was take a look at my birth control, because I had always had this feeling that it had something to do with my birth control, and I've questioned that a few times, but really didn't get anywhere with it. So I've been on birth control about 20 years. Started ortho tricycling. I've been on Tri-Sprintec, Tri-Sprintec. I can't think of the other one right now, but Tri-Sprintec is the recent one that I was on. So today I want to talk about, I quit my birth control 3 weeks ago. And I know if you want to see some of my other videos on flushing, be sure to visit my channel, and I'll put the intro link below so that you can go back and kind of see why I started this journey to begin with. But today I wanted to talk about the top 5 changes that I've noticed in the past 3 weeks since I've quit my birth control pills. Number 1. I immediately realized I do not feel as anxious. I didn't even realize that I was feeling anxious. Again, I've been on birth control for a really long time. I thought this was normal. I noticed that when I came off the birth control within that second week, I felt like my body was calmer, my mind was calmer. I thought I had developed some social anxiety, which I don't think I've ever had, but I feel like I had developed some social anxiety because when I am in groups, crowds, speaking in front of a large group, I just felt really tense and kind of, locked up. But I've realized since coming off of the birth control that I think I was basically having an internal panic attack at all times. I just learned how to cope and deal with that and push through it and move forward. So I noticed that I don't feel nearly as anxious. The social anxiety piece is not really there. I get the same discomfort that I think anybody would when they speak in front of a large crowd. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you know that on Mondays, specifically at work, I'm an executive at a company. I speak in front of about 200 employees every Monday. And I don't feel like I'm panicking on the inside anymore. So that's number 1. Number 2, better sleep quality. I sleep so much better. I just lay down to go to bed and just go to sleep. I used to wake up, and I don't know if this is a birth control thing or what, because I still feel like I drink the same amount of water, but I used to wake up multiple times throughout the night and have to pee. So I don't have to do that anymore. I just sleep. I may wake up around like 4 a.m., just maybe uncomfortable or too hot. It's winter here, so it's fall, but it's getting colder out, so I will wake up suffocating from the heat of the heater. But other than that, I'm sleeping so much better, and I think sleep in and of itself will obviously improve the quality of your life. So number 2 is better sleep. Number 3, my blood pressure is not spiking throughout the day. So I would notice throughout the days while I was on birth control that I would just have these like immediate blood pressure spikes. You could just feel it in your body. And I'm not having that anymore. Everything just seems pretty leveled out. So that was number 3. Number 4, my sex drive is back. I honestly thought something was wrong with me, that I just didn't like sex. Maybe it's because I'm a mom. Maybe it's because I work a lot. Maybe it's because I'm tired. I've got a headache. No, all the things. But I notice sensation and feeling in my body that makes you want to get it on a little bit. And that is super exciting because it's been 3 weeks and I already feel like my sex drive is back. Love it. Great. Wonderful. You're welcome, husband. So that's number 4. And number 5, for this video's sake, I feel like my body temperature is regulating. So before, I think with a lot of my skin flushing is because my system would get super hot and it would take about 40 minutes to an hour for everything to cool back down. I'm noticing that when I do flush or I do get super hot, that's actually cooling down a lot faster than it was to begin with. And those are the immediate changes that I have absolutely noticed just from coming off the birth control in and of itself. So that's been great. I'm still on the journey to kind of figure out about the skin flushing. Is it histamine? I'm going to get an allergy test done. I was also reading about how a lot of times you can have a gluten sensitivity and not even know. I've got so much stuff to share with you guys, and I'm trying to like space these videos out, but I think I'm just going to start recording and uploading as soon as I get like a moment, even if they're, you know, a day apart, because it's just something that I've been kind of fighting with for some years, and it feels so good to talk about it. It feels so good to share the information for anybody else who might be going through just some of the insecurity around skin flushing, itchiness, all the things that come with, whether that's your histamine levels, cortisol, hormones, all of those things, just anything that I find out, I want to share it here, that as I'm on my journey of healing, I can share that information with you too. So that's where we're at, and those are the top 5 things that I wanted to share with you today. If you like this video and you think it was helpful or interesting or fun, please give it a thumbs up, and I really would appreciate if you would subscribe. I'd love to have a conversation with you here in the comments, and if you're going through this, I just want to hear your story as well, because we're all in it together, and I think that knowing that you're in community makes it just a little easier, or at least it has with me starting these videos and just being able to talk to whoever's out there listening. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.